Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Anisa, and don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and ring the bell. Everything I've linked to be linked down below in the description, and let's get right into the video. Also, I upload every Wednesday and Sunday, and I try to go live every Friday, so ring the bell. Right now I'm just applying these super short nail tips with KDS glue. And all I'm doing is matching up sidewall to sidewall. These are they're kind of wide but kind of not. But I will go ahead and like reshape the nails after I apply them. So now I'm going ahead and shaping up the tips. As you saw, it was a little bit hard for me to correctly match her nails, just a little bit, because the ones that I thought would fit, like as in like the actual like tip, the well would be too small. So I just went ahead and went with the bigger one and filed it down a little bit. But as you can see, these need very little to no reshaping. They looked a little wide, and so I just brought in, don't mess with anything like that's on the actual like nail bed that's attached to it. Don't mess with that. Just shape up the actual free edge. So now I'm just blending in the tip, and I'm dusting off all the dust. You want to make sure you get all that away. And I'm using Mia Secret's primer and dehydrator, and sometimes I do 2 coats of dehydrator, but most of the time I just do 1. Unless they're like touching a bunch of stuff, then I go ahead and do 2. And make sure you let whoever's knows you're doing, don't touch anything. As soon as I put this dehydrator on, that's it. Don't touch anything. And I go ahead and do 2 layers of primer. I don't know, I've been doing it weird lately, where I do 1 hand at a time, like 1, and then I apply the second coat, not in like the same order, kind of, sorta. You'll see. Like, I go back to the first hand, but instead of going back to the second hand, I just go ahead and apply the clear. I don't know why I've been doing that, but I'm using JC Beauty Concepts Clear and JC Beauty Concepts Monomer. And the blue towels I use, they're just regular shop towels. And I'm using a size 10 Beetles brush. And I'm going to be using Stripped by Bomb Nails. And she just wanted, well, this video, okay, so you guys know I did the black nails on her. And I think, and I did this set like Monday. Yeah, I did this at Monday, so yesterday, because today is the 17th. I'll be uploading this is the 18th. So as you saw, she had her black nails on from Sunday's video. So I literally had to redo her nails on Monday because she just decided that they were too long for her. After her first 2 days of school, she said, too long, we gotta cut them down. And then I think I was doing something with my nails, and she went ahead and cut her nails down, and she cut them uneven, and then the thicknesses were off. So I just went ahead and repainted it so she could go to school the next day. That Friday, went ahead and repainted it just pink. And on Saturday and Sunday, I was going to do her nails actually, but I didn't get the chance to. We were busy. And so I decided to do them on Monday, and this is how it went. And I think I only left in this hand for application, but I'm just gonna let you guys watch. The only thing I'm going for is keeping my shape consistent with what I already have, and yeah, just getting like a full coverage. But don't make these too thick. These do not need an apex, nothing like that. I will not be encapsulating them in clear. I'm just building up the full coverage and making sure there's a nice thickness at the tip and there is no slope from the cuticle area to the tip. Like, I don't want the cuticle area to be like the super lowest point, but the free edge is really high. I don't really want that. I want it to kind of not be flat, but to where there's a good thickness throughout the nail without it being a chiclet, as my mom would say. So now I'm going ahead and filing the nails and getting the cuticle area. And as you guys can see, there really isn't much to file on the surface. So I really don't do too much with it, especially for these because they are so like little. And every time I use these tips, I always say, this is what, like, if you grew your natural nails, this is what it would look like. And it really would. This is what they would look like. This is a very simple design, but it's very, I don't know how to describe it, but it's very like classy and classic, you know? And we didn't really end up going with this color like the first time, but we kind of just decided, you know, because she wanted Frenches, but that wasn't happening. But I looked at each nail like one by one, so they weren't different, and the thumbs were the only ones that were different. One thumb was higher than the other. And so now I'm going back in with that fine sanding band, and I'm just reinforcing that cuticle area, just going over it one more time to make sure it's separated. And I'm just smoothing out any ridges, you know, making sure the nail is super, super smooth at the surface, and preparing it to be buffed pretty much. And I'm filing the sides now, and I'm using a 180 grit half moon file. I like these for the shorter nails just because I'm a lot gentler pretty much. And when I'm using like the half moon part, like the sides of the nails, sometimes they can get a little boxy, and that's not what I like. So I just go ahead and like round out the actual, what would they be called? I want to call them growth channels, but I don't know if that's it. But yeah, I like to round those actual parts out, but not the free edge of the nail. I don't like to round that out. I like to just go ahead and make sure it's not a square, but it's softened. So I'm using my Net Like Lucy dust collector, and I use my Net Like Lucy drill, of course. And to make sure I can see, I go ahead and dust the nails off, and if there's anything underneath, like I'm doing right now, and it was connected to the skin, you want to make sure you remove that. And now I'm just filing the free edge to make sure they're all straight. And yes, I'm still not good at the hand file, but I'm still trying to use it. But yes, also another tip is, if you're not very good with short nails, use less product, like a lot less, and pick up drier beads instead of wetter beads. And don't go too massive because it'll just like go everywhere. Even if it's dry, it might not even move. So be very careful with that. And don't get too close to the cuticle area. Leave a little gap for yourself so you're not flooding the cuticle area, and always tilt the hand down when you're doing your acrylic process. As you saw, actually, I had a little bit of a hard time. Sometimes, I don't know why, I was being inconsistent, but also keep the nails looking the same by doing the same thing on each nail. So if you start at the cuticle area, start the cuticle area the whole time. So what I just did was dust off the nails, and I'm using alcohol right now to get off all that dust and everything like that, because I don't send her to wash her hands. I just don't do that. So yeah, you can use a lint-free wipe, anything, but I use the manicure brush, and I clean them in Barbicide after, pretty much like with the other implements. And now I'm using Beetle's top coat, and I'm curing it for 120 seconds. You could cure it from anywhere near like 190, I was gonna say 90 to 120, and make sure you clean it up with some acetone or some alcohol. And I'm just using some Macart brushes, and that's all for this design. Like, very easy, simple, quick to the point. In total, once I added up all my time that I took doing her nails, it was like an hour and 15 minutes. So not that long. It could have been cut down shorter, but I don't really know, because we ended up taking a break in between to go eat. So yeah, so like after I finished her application and all that, we just went to go eat. So I really don't know how long I took, but it was not that long. So here's the other hand. They look the same, and one of her nails was starting to get a little wide, like the body of the nail was starting to get wide, like on the nail bed. I don't know why it does that sometimes. It's really apparent when they're short to do that. So just tuck in your sides as best as you can while you're applying, especially if you're using a bigger brush. I was using a size 10, so and it is a thicker size 10, so that was probably the reason why I started to get a little bit wide, especially on like her ring finger and all that. So I just went ahead and tucked it in before, and you can always fix it in the filing process. It's just a lot harder to do without actually like over filing, so be careful of that. Remember, wipe off any excess from the sides of the nail, the cuticle area of like gel and all that. And now I'm using Blossom Cuticle Oil, and we're coming up to the final reveal of the little video and photos. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and ring the bell. Follow me on my social medias, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.